My name is S.L.P. Welcome back to some MLB 16 The Show Mariners franchise, and it has been one heck of a wild season for the Mariners. I haven't been streaming on here in about a week because I've been taking my streamings over to Twitch, and if you've seen those games along with some simulations, Mariners are not going to make the playoffs this year. As you see on the standings, they are 73 and 88 as of right now. Rangers are 2 games out and will not qualify for the wild card slot, as it pertains to be locked up between the Yankees and the Angels at the moment. Angels winning 4 in a row to close out their season, and the Mariners are the second worst team in baseball, barring a win or a loss. But Mariners have nothing to be ashamed about this year. Despite poor records at home and on the road, and not doing good on the day and night games, they still had a terrific season, no doubt about that. Early on, if you remember back in April, Mariners actually won 10 out of their first 11 games of the season, and then it all slipped away coming at the end of April. And throughout the rest of the year, they did manage to bounce back in June with a couple of winning streaks, but July through August was not very good. Nonetheless, we're going to finish it off with the final game of the series now. I have Taijuan Walker getting the start. Normally I have Iwakuma in the rotation, but for some reason Walker has the better stamina. Well, I'm not going to go that far, but he is at full strength to play. Plus, all of the players who were involved in AAA are also involved in the game from both sides. So it's all about pride for the Mariners, trying to send home strong a terrific year. Kyle Seager and Nelson Cruz this season combined for 81 home runs total, and over 200 RBIs combined between the two players. I also checked on for some franchise records courtesy of MLB's Mariners webpage, and currently the most home runs hit by a player in Safeco Field was back with Richie Sexton back in 2005. That's the most home runs hit in Safeco Field. And currently, that record is finally broken, as Kyle Seager and Nelson Cruz are co-holders of home run hitters at home. And the most home runs hit on the road, arguably, was Ken Griffey Jr. back in the 90s. In 97 to be exact. And nobody was well within that distance. Adam Lind had 20 home runs on the road. But that's about all of what he has done this year. And I hope we'll be able to, I don't know if he has signed a big year contract. No, he has not. But I would like to keep him on the roster for next year because he's a solid hitter. His stats are pretty productive, good contact against the righties and the powers, but not so much against the lefties. Hopefully we can boost that up in the coming season. I hope we can keep him, because he was a terrific help for the Mariners. I don't know why they have him at 32 home runs this year, though. He is at 40. Oh, 32 home runs, excuse me. Yeah, okay, my bad. But he hit 35 back in 2009. So that does it all for that. Nelson Cruz, not a bad year. Cano, a little bit of a subpar year. He did bounce back, getting 3 more home runs than he did last year. But he hopes to, again, provide a little bit more spark in the offense to come. Because keep in mind, he's still in the first of an 8-year contract. And that's no can of corn, if you will. Which means he should be out of the league up in his early 40s, to say the least, or barring a career-threatening injury, he'll probably be retiring soon. But enough about that. Let's get into the game. Felix Hernandez, 3rd in strikeouts all season, and the awards. Win or lose, it should be in the books that Taijuan Walker will receive the Cy Young award. Let's see if there's any of the Mariners to be had in that. Nelson Cruz, the Silver Slugger DH behind Encarnacion. Kyle Seager leading the Silver Slugger Awards with 41 home runs and 110 RBIs. That is terrific work for what Kyle Seager has done all season. So let's get into the game. We are going to go throwbacks for both teams. And I'm going to go throwback. Here we go. And then we'll see how the Mariners hold up in the off season, as I hope to make a big thing happen in the off season. All right, there's the Mariners throwbacks. Quick counts will be off, so this will be a full game presentation. And we are going to go under clear skies in October. And Taijuan Walker, you see I had Kuma starting, but I'm moving him down and put Taijuan Walker in to get win number 19 of the year. And there you see the rest of the other relievers who could be playing today. We'll see what happens. So quick counts are off, broadcast mode, and a lot of players on the fatigue column, but that's okay. This is the final game of the year. And Mariners second in home runs, so that's what they will finish as. Disappointing loss for the Mariners all year, but there's another year to come. And welcome to Safeco Field for the season finale, as the Mariners taking on the Oakland Athletics on a throwback afternoon next. Taijuan Walker making his 33rd start of the season, getting the start ahead of Iwakuma. 18-7 record, 3.08 ERA, 202 strikeouts, 54 walks, 173 hits allowed in 213 innings pitched this year for the Mariners. Leading off will be Marcus Semien, series 3 for 11 and 3 strikeouts. And Walker, the first pitch of the afternoon, ball up high. That's Walker trying to get a 19-win season. 1-0. Splitter fouled inside. Mariners looking for win number 74 to end a season where the Mariners' high expectations went sour. Ground ball left side. And to throw to Lynn, 1 out. And it will be an interesting offseason for the Mariners to know what they're going to do. Some of their batters and outfielders, Semien, Coughlin, Chris Davis in the front three, Conhut, cleanup, Vogt, Reddick, Alonso, Lowry, and Abbott. Round out the lineup, the batting order for the Oakland Athletics, as Chris Coughlin, next man aboard, 305 batting average at home. Pretty well bounced with his RBI and home run productivity. 1 out for Walker. Fastball fouled away for Taijuan Walker. Felix Hernandez had to start yesterday and gave up 4 earned in a loss. Mariners win. They will take the season split in this series. 0-2 offer from Walker. Splitter fouled inside, remains an 0-2. The 0-2. Fly ball right field. Gutierrez can't make the play at the warning track, and it gets down. And Coughlin will earn a double for second. Okay, so it wasn't an error. Chris Davis due up next. 1 out. 1 man on at second. Splitter down in the low for ball 1. Coughlin, 25th double of the season. And you see the arsenal for Walker, cutter, breaking ball, splitter, and the 4-seamer. The 1-0. Cutter fouled inside, 1-1. 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. 1-2. Balling away. 2-2 the count. Woody Keller, the home plate umpire, Ed Jubbett at first, Clyde Washington at second, and Earl Hendricks at third. 2-2. Another foul ball for Walker. 2-2 offering. Ball got away. Clogan returns to second. 3-2 pitch this time. Payoff. And that's a base hit. This will score a run to the board. And a 1-0 lead for Oakland. Clogan scores at home. Canada up. Last 5 games, 3 for 18. Chris Davis with an RBI single, 1 out. This is a fly ball in the shallow right. Gutierrez, 2 down. Davis with RBI number 51 as well. Let's get to the Mariners defensive lineup. Clevenger, Lind, Cano, Marte, and Seager infielders. Aoki, Martin, and Gutierrez in the outfield. As due up, Stephen Vo, 4 for 19 in his last 5. Walker pitching 15 in the first frame. And that one fouled back. 0-1 with 2 down. 0-2, fouled in the dugout. Walker 0-2. Another splitter hung in the zone, fouled. 0-2 with 2 gone. Strike 3, and Walker gets it done. His first strikeout of the afternoon. We head to the bottom half of the first. Mariners at bat down 1-0 off of Davis's RBI single. Jesse Hahn making his 32nd start, 12-7 record, 4.02 ERA, 134 strikeout, 77 walks, 195 hits, and 185 2/3 innings pitched for Oakland. Martin 0 for 11 in the series, and he's been a strikeout victim 4 times. As he will lead things off. Let's look at the pitching arsenal: 2-seamer, breaking ball, 4-seamer, sinker, and the changeup. Hahn delivers, and a base hit to right center to start for Martin on the first pitch.
Batting second, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Kyle Seager, next man aboard. 4 for 14 in the series with a double and an RBI. A career year for Kyle Seager. 41 home runs, a career high 110 RBIs. Two-seamer down in the way for ball 1. Martin tagged back to first. 1-0 as Kyle Seager up at bat. Glad you all join us here on YouTube. Down for a ball, stolen base for Martin. 2-0 for Seager. Lance Nelson approves that, although I talked with him before the game and asked him about, as a 2-0 for Seager, fouled away inside. I asked Lance Nelson, the manager of the Mariners, about, what obstacles you guys had to face this year coming in when you were winning your first 10 games. Seager fouled in the right, 2-2. And he said, well, we had a lot of obstacles. We didn't have a lot of injuries, but we just could not score runs a whole lot, despite Seager and Cruz's output. 2-2, and a strikeout for Hahn, 1 out. We'll hold that thought for just a moment. Let's get to the Mariners batting order. Martin, Seager, and Cruz, the front 3. Lind at cleanup, Cano, Gutierrez, Clevenger, Aoki, and Marte. Next man up, Nelson Cruz, 6th in the American League in RBIs, 40 home runs. With Martin at second, 1 out. Fastball on the way for ball 1. But Mariners team, they had a lot of fun together. 1-0 with 1 out. Hahn delivers. Tipped and fouled. 1-1 for Nelson Cruz. They're trying to get themselves on the board. Hahn 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. And don't forget, Mariners had 3 players invited into the home run derby. Cruz, Seager, and Lind. And that is a base hit to right center. Martin will trot on home. No throw made. Tie game at 1 with an RBI single. 1 out for Nelson Cruz. And Cruz with number 96 in terms of the RBIs. So that one got to the gap at right center. Adam Lind looking to add on to it. 32 home runs for Lind. Coming at the end of his contract. And he preached that he would love to stay in with the Mariners, as we see Cruz's 96th RBI. Lind 2 home runs away. If he can get it done today, will get him to 200 for his career. He's had 7 RBIs in his last 16 games, does Lind. Foul ball. And that is a 0-2 hole now for Lind. Hahn with the 0-2 to Lind. Fouled away. But Cruz, Lind, and Seager all had a lot of fun during the home run derby. There's no doubt about that. They hope all of them, for Lind especially, because he's on his final year of his contract. Managers would love to have him return next year. Solid hitter. We gained a lot from what he had last year with Milwaukee. The 1-2 to Lind. Breaking ball, strike 3, 2 down. And now let's get to the defensive lineup for the Oakland Athletics. Vogt behind the plate catcher. Kanha at first, Lowry at second, Marcus Semien at short, Abbott at third, Davis, Coughlin, and Reddick in the outfield. Cano 3 for 12 in the series, batting at .249, a career low for Cano. 24 home runs for Cano this season, a first pitch strike for Hahn, who's pitched 16 in the first frame. Mariners tying things up with a RBI single from Cruz, fouled away, and now Cano in an 0-2 hole. Couple of two-seamers painting out the corner. 0-2 to Cano. Strike 3. As Hahn strikes out the side through 1, we head to the second. We are tied at 1. Josh Reddick leading off. 4 for 12 in the series with an RBI. Due up against Taijuan Walker. Fly ball to left field. That one is fouled. But at least the Mariners sellout crowd today want to send the fans home happy with the win. Breaking ball outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fastball away, ball 2, 2-1.
1 strike.
Mariners wanted to make the postseason. They'll have to wait another year to make it work. They have not made the playoffs since 2001, in which they had a record-tying 116 wins. Alonso on deck waiting. Reddick with the 3-1. Full count, fouled. (3-2) to Reddick. Breaking ball, that one fouled. (3-2) again. Another fly ball fouled. (3-2) to Reddick again. Ground ball, this time won by the Mariners. Cano makes the throw to Lind. 1 out. Mariners, in terms of extra innings this year, one of their worst in franchise history. 6-14. They have lost some pretty close games this season as Alonso due up with 1 out. But Lance Nelson's not going to take that as an excuse. He had fun with this Mariners team, but it all depends on what happens in the offseason. Nice snag by Seager at third, 2 down. Alonso thought he had a base hit. Lowry, 1 for 10 in the series, 3 strikeouts, 2 down. Pitch on its way. Good fastball from Walker at 96, gunning it up for strike 1. 2 gone, top of the second. And an 0-2 foul ball. Came on that cutter, tried to jam him in. Did Walker. The 0-2. This one is fouled into the dugout of Oakland. Another 0-2 count. Another fastball fouled away. Walker the 0-2. Cutter outside. 1-2 for Walker. 1-2. Fly ball deep to right. Gutierrez looks up and it's gone. Home run for Oakland, 2-1 lead. As Jed Lowry belts one out to right. Lowry with his 10th home run, RBI totaling up to 48. 415 feet to right for Lowry. He's got plenty of swing on this one. Daniel Abbott due up next.
Batting ninth, third baseman, Daniel.
Second one given up by Walker. Fastball outside for ball one. In front of a sellout crowd of Seattle, you want to send them home happy and not blow a lead or give up plays like that. And Walker knows that. 1-1 pitch outside, fastball, 2-1. 2-1 from Walker. Splitter caught in the line, 2-2. Abbott thought that was a ball 3. 2-2 though. This is a fly ball into right. Gutierrez back. And retires the side. Going to the bottom half of the second. 2-1 Oakland as Lowry hits one out to right. Gutierrez leading off. 3 for 8 in the series with 3 singles for the Mariners. On 18 pitches to the first frame. And a good two-seamer for strike one to start. Mariners second as a team in home runs. Breaking ball in away on the 1-1. Yeah. Gutierrez 1 ball and 1 strike. Sinker and away at 90. Outside 2-1. On 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-seamer fouled up high. At the shoulders, 2-2. 2-2 to Gutierrez. Looping hit to left center. And this one is caught, 1 down. Nicely done by Coughlin. X-Man aboard Clevenger, last 6 games batting 190. He has had some grand slams this season for the Mariners. If you've seen him play, he can make it work. Fouled away. 12 home runs for the catcher, starting catcher. He split some time with Iannetta. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes down in the count now for Clevenger. On the 0-2 with 1 out. Breaking ball in the way. At 75, 1-2. On 1-2 to Clevenger. This is popped up and fielded for Vogt. 2 down. Nora Aoki, 6-game hitting streak, 7 for 22 overall. 2 down. Bottom of the second. And Aoki line drives one to right field, and this one is caught by Reddick leaping up to make the catch with his left hand to the third. 2-1 Oakland lead. Everybody going in and out of the grocery store here in Safeco Field. Mariners down 2-1 in their final home game of the regular season. Yes, Mariners will be on the offseason following this game. Walker back up the pitch. Simeon with the first pitch hit to left. And Aoki fields it to Marte. 1 man on for Oakland to start off the top of the third. Coughlin with a double and a run today.
Coughlin.
1-for-1. Pitch from Walker. Fastball in the way for ball 1. Keep in mind, Mariners have a lot of pitchers to work with, a lot of relievers at their dispense. 3-0, Chris Davis on deck waiting. Walker 3-0. Splitter in for strike 1. 3-1. Fly ball in the left field. Aoki is back. Near to the wind, makes the catch. 1 out. Chris Davis due up. 1-for-1 with an RBI single. Splitter on the zone line for ball 1. Had a chance to talk to Felix Hernandez before the game as well. And I asked him, another disappointing season, what does it have to take for you to get into the postseason? And he said, well, we're going to have to pitch better. We're going to have to really need to beat the teams that we are supposed to be beating. Ball outside, 3-0, kind of on deck. And Felix is right. I mean, Mariners have had problems this year trying to beat the teams that they were supposed to be beating. Either they blow leads or they just let it slip away. Ball 4 on the 3-1 count. Davis earns a walk. First one today from Taijuan Walker.
Now batting.
Mark Canha, 0-for-1. 1 away, 2-man on for Oakland. And I'll tell you, the pitching locations for Walker in this game have not been the ones we normally saw in the early part of the year. There's a base hit, and Oakland will get another run scored at home. The throw is not going to be in time. Runners on first and third. 3-1 lead now for the Athletics.
Up next for Oakland, catcher Stephen.
As Canha with an RBI single. That one got past Lind. Stephen Vo due up with 1 out. Fastball strike 1 for Walker. 54 pitches through 3 innings. 0-1. Ball outside. At this point, if the Mariners don't win this game, that will be disappointing to what has been a disappointing year. Out. Runner will not score. Excuse me, run did score at home. Vogue did. With an RBI. And it's a 4-1 lead. Reddick 0-for-1. 2 down. Reddick pops one up behind the plate, and catch made by Clevenger. And that will put an end to the top third. We go to the bottom of the third. Mariners down 4-1. 2 more runs for the Athletics. Marte leading off bottom of the third. Batting 246 in the Mariner lineup in the 9-1-2 batting order in this frame. As Hahn back on the pitch, 4-seamer, strike 1. It'll be an interesting offseason to see what the Mariners do. Will they pull off some moves in every way? Fly ball deep into right center. Coughlin is back. 1 out. Athletics have scored a run in the first, at least a run in the first 3 innings. Trying to keep that going through the 4th. Martin 1-for-1 with a single and a run. Mariners 2 hits on 1 run. The only run hit as a foul ball for Martin. Base hit for Cruz back in the first, bottom of the first. And Martin with the only run scored of the game. 0-1. Down away ball outside. 1-1 with 1 out, nobody on. Oakland with a 4-1 lead here in Safeco Field. The 1-1. Early swing and a miss, strike 2. Into that 2-seamer. All those pitches have been 2-seamers at the moment. Hahn. Breaking ball, struck him out. 2 down here in the third. Kyle Seager 0-for-1 today. Struck out in the first. And for Hahn, he has struck out 4 batters in today's game. Kyle Seager, 2 down. Seager, fly ball on the right. That's the second time he's gotten that pitch off, but fouled. As that one looked like to be sailing over to the seats. 0-1 to Seager. 0-2 fouled away into an early hold now. Edwin Encarnacion, the AL leader in home runs with 48 to conclude his year. Foul back for Seager. That's a four-seamer he threw in there. On 2 outs, 0-2 to Seager. Fastball in the way. 1-2. Cruz follows Seager, next man up. 1-2 to Seager. Seager, fly ball deep in the right. Reddick is back to make the catch, and that will end the inning. Fourth inning coming up for Oakland. Alonzo, Lowry, and Abbott due up for Athletics. 4-1 lead. Yonder Alonzo leading off. Top of the fourth. Walker up at the plate once again, or the mound, to pitch away. Ball outside. Walker 1-0. Fly ball deep in the left. Aoki makes the catch. 1 out. And part of the Mariners' issues has been the outfielders too, with Aoki at the most because he led the team in fielding errors. Lowry up at bat, who had a home run back in the second inning. Trying to go 2 for 2. Fouled away. Another fastball thrown. A lot of fastballs for Walker. 1-1 with 1 out. It'll be interesting to see if Lance Nelson makes a pitching change in this game. Strike 2. 2-2 for Walker. Good fastball again. Gunned it up at 97 against Lowry. 2-2. Deep fly ball to left field. Aoki can't make the play. Fouled. 2-2 remains. The pitch. Fastball fouled in the zone. 2-2. Walker 2-2 with 1 out. Breaking ball fouled inside. 2-2. Ground ball, line to Seager, 2 down. Terrific underhand catch by Seager. Abbott 0 for 1 in the game today, flat out in the second. Walker with 2 down. And another strike for Taijuan Walker. 0-1. Splitter on the line, ruled ball. 1-1. Walker will be the first AL Cy Young winner for the Mariners to win it since Felix Hernandez. 1-2. Abbott ball outside. 2-2. Abbott 2 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up into the air to right. Foul territory. Lind clears it away. Makes the catch. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Mariners down 4-1. Leading off, Nelson Cruz with an RBI single. Looking for a 2-hit game today. Leading off, has Hahn back on to pitch away. And a foul ball to start. On with the 0-1. Down away on that fastball. One. Breaking ball. Swung early and missed for Cruz. 1-2. 1-2. Strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Hahn. His 5th of the game today. 1 out. Next man up, Adam Lind. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. See if maybe Lind can try to get the Mariners momentum going his way. Ground ball to right. This one is caught by Lowry. Defense shifted to the right. 2 down.
The batter, second baseman,
Cano today 0 for 1. Struck out in the first. Defense now shifting straight up for Oakland. 2 down for Cano. Tipped and fouled. When you think you have your good power hitters with Seager, Cruz, Lind, Gutierrez, and sometimes Clevenger,
1-1.
Mariners will probably have a better record than 73. But sometimes the hits do go downhill. Strike 2. Caught to the line on that two-seamer. And Cano with the 1-2. Breaking ball on the way, 2-2. Yeah, it's Hahn getting worked up. And Mariners, let's take a look to the bullpen. Joel Peralta will warm up. Cano, the 2-2 with 2 gone. Strike 3, and there's strikeout number 6 for Hahn to throw in time to Kanha. And we head to the 5th inning. Mariners down 4-1. Marcus Semien leading off, 1 for 2 with a single. Top of the 5th we go against Walker, who has really struggled. Except the good news was Mariners kept their runs pretty low last inning. Give up their first 3. Clean inning in the 4th. Walker trying to have a same success. This nice catch by Seager. Throw to first is late. So Semien will get another hit to his stats. Coughlin due up. Coughlin with the double today, 1 for 2, base hit. And Walker with that fastball, 0-1. Splitter outside.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
Looks like Walker may just go for 5 innings today.
2 balls.
Cutter outside, 2-1. Try to get some of the relievers some pitching time. Ball outside, or excuse me, 4-seamer in for strike 2. Looked like it was going to be a ball ruled. 2-2 with 1 man on. Ball 3, Chris Davis on deck waiting, 3-2 now for Taijuan Walker. Fly ball deep into right center field on the payoff. Martin makes the catch, 1 out. And throws it back to Cano. Davis with an RBI single, 1 for 1, 1 out, top of the 5th. Good fastball again for Walker, strike 1. Surprise Oakland has not swung those first pitches. 0-2. Good splitter thrown from Walker. 0-2 with 1 out. And this one to right. Gutierrez makes the catch, 2 down. Quick running strike for Gutierrez making the play at right field. Another look at it. Canna do up next, but here's the good hit. Nice play by Gutierrez to make the play at right. Ball on the outside for Walker. 85 pitches in the game. Remember, he wasn't supposed to get the start until minutes ago. And this one into right field. Gutierrez makes the 3rd out. As we head to the bottom half of the 5th. 4-1 Oakland. Gutierrez with 2 terrific fly-out catches. Leading off, bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez.
And a breaking ball to start. Let's look at the crowd on hand for today's finale. Into the game log we go. 31,615. So not quite of a sellout crowd than I originally thought. But it will do. 1-0 for Gutierrez. Breaking ball swung early and missed. I see Lance Nelson, the manager. Who knows what his fate could be after a poor campaign. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Back to that 2-seamer. Hahn 1-2. Strike 3, late swing. Strikeout number 7 for Hahn. 1 down.
Now batting,
Clevenger today 0 for 1.
Steve Clevenger.
Breaking ball outside. 1-0. On 1-0. Change up, swung and missed. Early swing, 1-1. Keep in mind, I am playing on legend difficulty, so the pitching and the bat is going to be a little harder than usual. This one, a fly ball to left field, and this one is going to be caught. 2 down. Nice little catch by Davis. Aoki up at the plate today, 0 for 1. I'll probably transition to Twitch for Season 2 of the season for the Mariners franchise. 0-1, 2 down. Bottom of the 5th. On with 7 strikeouts in the ball game today, and that one fouled. 0-2, an early hold now for Aoki. 0-2. Give my Mariners for one of the poorest teams in stolen bases this year. Actually, they are now 10th. Strikeout number 7. Excuse me, number 8 rather for Oakland, as it is now a 4-1 lead. Vode up at the plate, 0 for 2 today.
Leading off for Oakland. Catcher.
As Walker will continue for a 6th inning frame here. Fly ball into center. Catch made by Martin, 1 out. But stolen bases, Mariners top 10, number 10 in stolen bases, 18th in RBIs, 2nd in home runs, 12th in batting average. Strikeouts top 10, number 7 overall, ERA 22 in the ranks, runs allowed 22nd, and home runs in pitching 28th, one of the worst this season. 1 out as Reddick back up at the plate, fouled away. On 1 for Reddick. Looping in, fouled away. Reddick 0-2. This one hit well deep in the right. Gutierrez looks up and it is gone. Another home run for Oakland, their 2nd of the afternoon. Reddick hits 1 out. And the lead, it grows up to a 5-1 lead for the Athletics. And for Reddick, 21st home run of the year that ties him with Stephen Vode as the team leader. 88th RBI, that is the team leader. Another high fastball up in the middle of the zone. And another home run belted to right. Due up. Yonder Alonso. 1 down. Fastball outside, ball 1. Mariners down 5-1. Still plenty of game to be played. They just need to make a bit of a rally. In baseball, the game does not end until we get to the 9th. Then we'll see what happens. Ball outside, 2-1. Walker, 2-1 to Vo, and that one got away. 3-1. Jed Lowry on deck. As Oakland with 2 home runs in the game. This one will fall for a base hit to left center. Vo with a 1 out single. 1 man on.
Now batting. Second baseman.
Jed Lowry due up. Got a home run earlier in the game back in the 2nd, and that pitch hit Lowry. 2 man on, came on that splitter. And Lowry a free pass to first. Daniel Abbott 0 for 1, 0 for 2 games, excuse me, with 1 out. Fly ball in the right, that one is fouled. 0-1 count. Outside.
1-1.
Walker getting roughed up. 1 man on, or excuse me, 2 man on. This one's popped up into the air on the 1-1. Clevenger makes the 2nd out. Runners stay. 2 down. A lot of 4-seam pitching for Walker and the splitter. Simeon 2 for 3 game today. 2 singles and a run. 5-1 Athletics lead.
Ball.
Trying to close out the Mariners season with a loss. And these are the two worst teams right now in the American League. And Walker up at the century mark in pitches. Strike 2. 2 and 1 for Walker. Simeon 2-1 from Walker. 2 and 2 fouled now. See if Walker can close out the inning. 2-2. Fly ball deep in the right. That one got away from Martin, and 2 are going to score. 1 is going to head for 30, and he will get there. So Lowry scores as well, Simeon with an RBI triple, and it's now a 7-1 lead. Chris Coughlin with a 2-run Simeon with the 2-run triple. Coughlin 1 for 3 game. 2 down. And another base hit, another run scores, 8-1 lead for Oakland. And I think now Walker is going to get him out of the game. Chris Davis 1 for 2 game today with a RBI single, as Joel Peralta will make an appearance. Walker departs going for 105 pitches. Peralta 46th appearance, relieving 1-3 record, 2.67 ERA. As the bleeding continues at the moment, Coughlin with his 72nd RBI of the season. 0-1. 0-2 fouled away for Peralta. Mariners who will make another trip to the bullpen. Evan Scribner warming up. 0-2. Ball outside.
1-2.
One, 2 with 2 gone. And nice catch by Cano. And the throw to Lynn will put it away. We head on down to the bottom of the 6th. 8-1 lead Athletics. They have scored 3 more runs on the board. Marte leading off. 0 for 1 today. Mariners down 8-1. 4 runs scored in the 5th for the Athletics. Strike 1 as Hahn back on the pitch. 10 hits, 8 runs for the Athletics in the season finale for the Mariners at home. Sinker fouled away. Oh, 2 pitch. Another strikeout, number 8 for Hahn. Number 9, for Hahn. 1 out. Martin 1 for 2 today. 1 out.
Center fielder, Leonis Martin.
1 away. Martin up at the plate. Ground ball left side. 2 down.
Third baseman number 15.
Look at numbers for Hahn. 5 2/3 innings. 2 hits allowed. 1 earned. And 9 punch-outs as Kyle Seager 0 for 2 in the game today, trying to look for his first hit of the year. 2 gone in the inning. Ball outside. One and 0 for Seager. 1-1 foul away. Throwback Sunday, not quite the best fit for the Mariners.
Ball. 2 balls. 1 strike.
2-1 for Kyle Seager. 3-1 outside. Nelson Cruz on deck. 3-1 for Kyle Seager. Foul. Full count. 3-2 with 2 gone. Seager, nice catch at first. Now put it away for the inning. 7th inning coming up for Oakland. They are down 8-1. Mariners are. Game summary through the first 6 innings, and it's been pretty much all Oakland since that first inning tie. Oakland has scored 7 consecutive unanswered runs to Simeon, 3 for 4 game with 2 RBIs, a triple. Kana leading off 1 for 3 game. With an RBI single, Peralta will continue to pitch. Ball outside for Peralta, ball 1, 1-0. And after the game, we will sim the postseason. So how about that? And I'll try to give you a recap in the next video on the Mariners offseason. 3-0. Fly ball deep in the left. That will get in for a base hit off the wall. And a potential double as well. Safe at second for Kana. Gets himself with a double. Stephen Vo, 0 for 3 game today. Kana with double number 24 of the year. And Oakland with the win, they can clinch the series in this one. They've taken 2 of 3 in this 4-game set. Trying to go 3-1. 0-2 from Peralta. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out. Strikeout and relieving for Peralta, as we have Josh Reddick due up next, who had a big time bomb himself against Taiwan Walker in the ball game. 1 out. Check swing did not go. Ball 1. 1-0 from Peralta. Breaking ball. 2-0. Mariners down 8-1. Top of the 7th. Deep bomb into right center field. Martin lets it go. Gone. 2-run bomb for Reddick, his 2nd home run of the ball game today, and a 10-1 lead for the Athletics. Another big problem the Mariners have had this season, on why they have lost so much, as we see Reddick with his 2nd home run of the ball game today, his 22nd. Alonso due up, as Kanha scores as well. Alonso due up. It's been because of the relievers. The bullpen has not been able to close out games. They've given up leads or blown up leads late. So that's something Lance Nelson's going to have to really think about if he does stay. There's been rumors of him being fired. Good strike for Peralta. 3rd home run belted for the Athletics, you see there today. Mariners have not gotten one yet. 2-1, which is kind of uncharacteristic. Kyle Seager makes the catch. 2 down.
Up next for Oakland,
Jed Lowry with a solo home run back in the 2nd today. 1 for 2. Another fly ball fouled in the left. A 1-1 with 2 gone. Splitter hung in the zone, but ruled ball. 1-1. 1-2, fouled away with 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Mariners down 9. 10-1. Athletics lead. They have scored at will throughout in this game. They are taking it at the Mariners. 1-2. Ground ball left on the right side is Lind at first, makes 3rd out. Bottom of the 7th we go. Mariners down 10-1. A 2-run home run for Reddick, his 2nd of the afternoon. Nelson Cruz leading off, 1 for 2 game today with an RBI single, and just got a report that Lance Nelson will take out some of his starters to bring in some bench players coming in. We'll see what happens on who plays and who gets an opportunity to pitch hit or pitch run. Cruz 0-1. So this will be likely the final at-bat for Nelson Cruz of the season. 40 home runs back-to-back for Cruz, who just turned 36 back in July. Fouled away. 1-2. Cruz 1-2. Broken bat. And tagged out is cruised by Hahn. 1 out.
The first baseman, number 26, Adam.
Adam Lind 0 for 2 game today, trying to look for his first hit of the ball game. Mariners only have 2 hits on run. And a ground ball. 2 down. Cano today 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts against Hahn. It was looked terrific through almost 7 innings, 75 pitches. Strike 1. Nasty changeup at 81, slowed it down. Cano the 0-1. Changeup and away, ball 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Cano. Popped up into the air to first. Kana makes the third out in foul territory with his left-hand catch to the 8th inning. Mariners down 10-1. Daniel Abbott today 0 for 3 game, popped out in the 6th, as we're going to see Evan Scribner come into the game, making his 22nd appearance, 3rd different pitcher used for the Mariners. 5-2 record, 3.82 ERA. First pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. 1-0 from Scribner. Strike 1. So he did not need a check swing that pitch, that's for sure. The ball's way out of the side. 2-1. 2-1, top of the 8th. 3-1, Simeon on deck. Abbott 3-1. Ground ball, left side. 1 out. Marte to Lind on the 6-3 ground out.
The batter, number 10, shortstop.
Simeon 3-hit game today, 3 for 4, 2 singles and a triple. He's a double and a home run away from an Oakland cycle. Strike 1 for Scribner, 0-1. Fastball again up high. 1-1. 1-1. Cutter got him up high in the right. Gutierrez. 2 down.
Center fielder, number 3.
Look at the star comparisons. Walker season worst 8 earned. 10 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout for potentially the Cy Young winner. Coughlin 2 for 4 today, double and a single. 2 gone. And he had a great campaign coming in. Did Walker. He was, what, 16, 17-2? And then he lost out on a lot of his starts. 0-2. Cop looking, strike 3 on the cut fastball for Scribner, getting it done in the top of the 8th, bottom of the 8th. Mariners down 10-1. Gutierrez leading off. 0 for 2 game today. Mariners again looking to a change in the bullpen. And Joaquin Benoit will make an appearance for the 9th. First pitch ball for Hahn, 1-0. 79 pitches through 7 innings. 1-0 to Gutierrez. Breaking ball fouled early in the left. One and one for Gutierrez. Gutierrez lines one deep to left, and that one is caught by Davis. 1 out. Nice catch. And you see the score. Mariners only run of the game back in the first. And since then, Oakland has scored on 9 more. Clevenger 0 for 2. Not the best coming out party for the Mariners as we see some of the fans depart. 1 out. Strike 1 for Clevenger. Oh and 1 for Clevenger. Down away, ball. One. Ground ball to third. Abbott in time for Kana. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Aoki today 0 for 2. And how about for Felix Hernandez? He finishes the season 4 under 500. 10 wins, 14 losses. His worst since earlier in his career in the majors. And there's the third out against Aoki from Kana. We head to the 9th. 10-1 Oakland lead. Chris Davis 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. And Joaquin Benoit not ready to come into the game just yet. But Evan Scribner will stay in for 9th frame. Ground ball. Marte to Lynn, 1 out. Marcana 2 for 4 game today, a single and a double with 1 out. He's a triple and a home run away from a potential cycle. Don't think he'll get that in this game today. Ground ball beats Lynn, base hit. That one stuck away to Lynn at right field. 1 man on with 1 out. Kanha, 3-hit game for Oakland. Stephen Vogt, 0 for 4 game this afternoon. Scribner ball outside, 1-0. Cutter outside, 2-0. 1 man on. The pitch. Ground ball. Double play. 4-6-3 in time for the Mariners. And that will end the 9th. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Mariners down 10-1. Marte leading off in the final at-bat of the year. 0 for 2 for the game. Mariners 2 hits on 1 run. And all of that was back in the first as Hahn will go for a complete game effort. Gets the strike on the line. 0-1 against Marte. As during the break, most of the fans left side of us was full early and they've all departed. But some have obviously wanted to stay for the final game. Base hit to right for Marte. That's the 3rd hit for the Mariners in this game. And Lance Nelson's going to bring Marte out. As Martin will come in 1 for 3 of the game. So the bullpen, not to the bullpen rather. Substitution will be Everett Cabrera coming in for Ketel Marte. Bringing a pinch runner.
Pinch running at first for the Mariners. Number 58.
So Martin up at the plate next. And the first pitch for Martin. There's a strike. Defensive difference. Second base is Cabrera. And that was a ball called. Whoa, that was close to being a strike. See if Cabrera goes for another steal. He will go for 3. Another ball outside. 2-0. And an RB opportunity for the Mariners as Martin takes ball 2. See if Martin can get the Mariners' first run since the first. 2-0. This one to left, fouled. 2-1. That's a 4-seamer he threw middle of the plate. 2-1 for Martin. 3-1. Kyle Seager on deck. Three and 1 for Martin. This is a fly ball deep in the center field. Coughlin is back. Makes the 3rd out. Runner tags on its way home, and it is not in time as Cabrera scores. 10-2 lead for Oakland. RBI sac fly for Leonis Martin. And we're going to see a pitching change come in order now for Oakland as Hahn gives up a sac fly. 2nd run only allowed as Melvin will come out. Manager for Oakland. And we're going to see a pitching change in order as Ryan Madison making his 53rd appearance, relieving 2 saves, 2.73 ERA. Lefty batters giving up 280, 198 against the righty batters. Kyle Seager 0 for 3 in the game today with 1 out. Mariners have yet to hit a home run in the game today. They would love to have that happen to get the crowd home happy, but a run will do just as well. 10-2 lead. 0-1 for Madison against Seager. 0-2 fouled away. 9 strikeouts for Hahn today. 0-2 to Seager. Tipped and fouled, remains an 0-2 count. Look at the pitching arsenal: slider, cutter, changeup, and a four-seamer. Standard arsenal for the reliever. 0-2 to Seager. Changeup outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Seager 1-2. Strike 3, 2 gone here in the 9th. That was a late swing. Seager realized it. Cruz to keep the season alive, down by 8. RBI single for Cruz in the game. That was back in the 1st. As Madison looks to close out the Mariners' year with the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Has some heat on that one. 95-mile-an-hour fastball nearly hit Cruz. Madison 1-0. 1-1, foul underneath. In the plate. Cruz 1-1. And that one falls in for a base hit to right field. And Cruz keeps the game alive on a 1-1 count. 2 down. Adam Lind 0 for 3 in the game today. We'll see if the Mariners make another substitution to the man on base. And Mariners don't have a lot of players in terms of stealing capabilities. So Chris Taylor will come in for Nelson Cruz. He's DHing, so that's okay. So pitch running would be Chris Taylor.
Number 1, Chris Taylor.
Lind with 2 gone, bottom of the 9th. And another defensive indifference. Lind will take that strike. Turner advances to second is Taylor. We'll see if he tries it again to go to 3. 0-1 with 2 gone. He's going to try it. Strike 2 for Lind. An RP opportunity now for Lind. Another changeup. 0-2 and 2 outs. Madison to close out the game here. 0-2. Ground ball too short is Simeon, and the ball game is over. Out at first is Kanha, and Oakland wins in dominating fashion, 10-2. Mariners poured up on a run in the 9th, but could not capitalize on the home runs. 3 of them today from Oakland, and the Mariners season comes to a disappointing end. They dropped down for their final game, 73-89. 35-46 at home, 38-43 on the road. Oakland wins their 30th game on the road, 40-41 at home, and they have won their 70th victory of the season, 70-92. Taijuan Walker drops his 8th loss, 18-8. Jesse Hahn finishes the year 13-7 with a win, 13 hits on 10 runs. As Oakland scored at will. A couple of players today with 3 hits for Oakland, and one of them was Josh Reddick, who was going to get credited with the Player of the Game nominees. He had actually 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 for 4 game, and 2 home runs, 3 RBIs for Josh Reddick, who normally does well in Safeco Field, but made use of it and closes out the Mariners season with a loss in front of a crowd of over 31,000 fans. I'm S.L.P. Thanks for tuning in to Mariners Franchise Baseball. Oakland winning 10-2 against the Mariners in the season finale. So long, everybody. And Simeon and Kanha both had a 3-hit game for Oakland.
10 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base.
And Mariners only had 3 strikeouts all game.
2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base.
And Mariners left 2 men on base all game.
His record is now 13-7.
But at the end of the day, Mariners Walker finishes the year with his 18th victory of the season. And that's very impressive. He had 11 last season. And Sanchez, let's go to the pitching real quick. In terms of the pitching, Walker number 12th in ERA, wins Walker with 18. Lester with 20, the only 20 win season for either NL or AL. But he did it. So now let's get into the simulation of the final season. As you see there, Mariners dropped to 73 and 89, and Athletics with the worst league or worst record in baseball. Mariners second worst in baseball. And to the NL Brewers were the worst in baseball, although they did win 4 in a row to close out their season. So that's not too bad. Alright, let me go to the calendar real quick, and then we will simulate. As Mariners did win their first and only game of the series, as James Paxton win number 11. And then falling out in the last 3 or 4. So let's get into the simulation. League leaders, Walker with wins. The only good sign for the Mariners. And the Taiwan Walker winning the Cy Young Award. And here you see the awards at the end. Encarnacion winning the MVP. Walker going 18 and 8. Freddie Freeman winning the batting title for Houston. 22 home runs, 62 RBIs. Robertson, the reliever of the year award, his second straight. Richard Ross, the Rookie of the Year for the Cleveland Indians, a terrific year for him. 22 batting .266, 29 home runs, and 88 RBIs. Encarnacion winning the Hank Aaron Award. Andrew Heaney winning the Gold Glove. Swihart, the Gold Glove for the catcher. Chris Davis, the Gold Glove for the first baseman. Altuve at second. Machado at third. Hardy at shortstop. Bradley at left field, Ellsbury at center, and Calhoun at right. Encarnacion, Silver Slugger DH winner. Yan Gomes, Miguel Cabrera, we're going to go down to the line. Kyle Seager actually won third base and the Silver Slugger, which is a great sign to see. Let's go to the National League real quick in rapid fire. Bryce Harper winning the MVP of the National League. 48 home runs. A career high. Max Scherzer winning the Cy Young yet again. Back to back. That is not back to back. I don't know what I'm thinking. Joey Votto winning the batting title. And we'll go down to the rest of the line. I think I got everything. Now let's get into the simulation real quick. There we go. So the Nationals defeated the Blue Jays in the 2016 World Series.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this special postseason edition of Inside the Show. Let's take a look at the latest from around Major League Baseball. The Nationals got the extra inning victory over the Blue Jays, 4-3.
So now it's on to the offseason. As we look at the playoffs. Whoops. Let's go back to it. So here's the standings right there. Washington winning it all in the NLCS as they defeated the Dodgers and Chicago to advance. Toronto defeated the Tigers, and the Astros to qualify for the World Series. And sadly, we are still in our first of a 3-year contract, I guess, with the GM. So that's disappointing, of course. Wish there was a way to head back into the games here. Oh, I guess not. But that's going to do it for the regular season of the Mariners. I'm going to try to do some gameplay on Twitch following this. But stay tuned for Season 2 of Mariners Baseball. I'm S.L.P. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon.